Here we go. The reason I have a computer next to me because I use my phone to film, and even though you like if you run into a problem and you text me, I will have no way to looking at it. But I know that many of you have connect with me on Facebook and maybe have a YouTube account that can type and chat the problem. That will be, to me, the better way for me to receive the message from you guys. So let's say if for some reason the video seems out of order and something's wrong, if you can reach out to me through maybe the YouTube chat screen or the Facebook, you can just Facebook me on the main screen, or that would be better, like on the main screen, I will check it quickly. I will try to look at that, but it's going to be a little bit of adjustment. The reason I don't want the computer next to me because it's, of course, a little bit of a distraction, and I just want to, looking at you, and this is already not easy, even though it seems more natural now, but it's still a challenge. However, I need to make sure that I take care of the problem and I don't, run into the problem too oftenly, and we make this class as smooth as possible. Having said that, Namaste everybody, and welcome to a foundational yoga class, and also welcome to my channel Aphinya Yoga. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a regular student, I am so grateful that you are here, as often as you can. My voice still sounds weird because I am still struggle with the allergy, and I don't know what else happening to me, but I want to put my blame to the allergy for now, because if you live in this area now, the trees are blossoming so beautifully, but it caused my eyes itchy, my nose is running, it's plucking my nose, and I'm coughing, and I probably had cold a week or two ago, so I have no clue whatsoever is going on with my life. However, I feel good energetically, so that's why I'm here with you, and that's it. The other thing that I want to say is that sometimes when you wake up, you just feel, I'm so tired, I'm so achy, I don't have a lot of energy. It's so hard to drag you onto the mat, but many times that is a better thing to do anyway. Just to get here, just move, let the energy flow, let your body take the oxygen in, let's sweat a little bit, let the heart pump a little bit more, and at the end of it, you feel great and you feel ready for the rest of your day. Yeah. Having said that, close your eyes, please. Sit comfortably, lie down, stand up. I don't mind, whatever it feels right to you. Just make sure that within that posture, you can relax into it as well, as you also feel that you are supporting yourself somewhat, or maybe when you're on your back, you are supported by the earth completely. It's our Earth Month. And you breathe deeply in and out through your nose. Your focus is coming back to your body. You take it away from your mind, and then you start to feel yourself. You feel the expansion front, back, side to side, evenly. You feel that when you expand, you also expand into the space that beyond your body, beyond the way you see yourself. You expand into the possibilities that you can maybe see yourself differently, see others with bigger heart and more compassion. And allow the exhalation to remind you, when you soften, when your body shrinks, when you deflate, that's the time to let go. It's the time to not hold on to your way of thinking and believing so tightly that you cannot move and expand. That you can softening into your own space and you can feel your core and your inner strength, also your inner calling, clearer and brighter. And you come back home. When you are solid, more often than not within yourself, that space of balance of giving and taking, of doing your best and accept and surrender everything possible. But yet we all have to remember, it doesn't take one practice. It takes lifetimes. It's a lifestyle. It's the journey of health. Your regularity are more crucial than just your inspiration to jump in. But of course, we need that to start. And no matter where you are in your practice, and no matter how much you can give and let go, just make sure that you make the room to be happy with where you are. You make room to accept where you are. You make room to forgive yourself when you don't show up the way you wish or you want it to be. With that in mind, you join your hands together. May your thumb go to your third eye, and we chant Om 3 times together, please. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Another deep inhale, please. And you bow your head toward your heart. Release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. Will you please come down to your back? I don't feel like I need the floor, but not until I stretch. I will feel it. So when your back is on the ground, let's elongate the spine. Elongate your arms, elongate your legs, arm overhead, legs lock. From the center of your body, you reach out, yeah. That's it. You can tilt it side to side. The lengthening is always feels so yummy. When you're ready, you can circle your ankles toward one another. And then you turn direction. While you're here, if you feel like you need to massage yourself, please feel free to do that. Your body will love it. You can massage, you can rub. Rock your hip side to side. This gradual kind of working your way into a deeper and deeper stretch and strengthening, it's always, it's the best. Windshield wiper, feet to the floor, knees bend, hip distance apart, and you drop your knees side to side. The muscle will, the muscle will become less injury or none at all for that. You don't put a strong force and ask for the muscles to do whatever you want it to be right away. If you're younger, maybe you have no problem with that, but with the older body, we know that is not the case. And we go feet together, knees open, Supta Pada Konasana, and you just move your knees side to side. You can check your wrists here if you feel like, or circle them. You can bring them up toward the sky. Yeah. Then carefully bring your knees back up toward one another. Draw them in, opening your knees apart. Inhale. And keep breathing, and when your knee meets, you bring them back. And you repeat. This is a very good one. And I think we can achieve this the best on the floor is to take care of the hip joints here. Change direction. Let them know that they can be moved, in a lot of directions. Knees together toward your chest, arms wide open. Drop your knees side to side. Be mindful to keep the opposite shoulder grounded to the floor. Go in the rhythm, the speed that works for your body in this moment. You know that thing will start shifting when you start to feel looser. Normally what that means is that you start to want to move faster. So I don't want to stop you to move slow or tell you to move fast, but I want you to move according how your body feels comfortable. Yeah. And we bring the arms and the legs up toward the ceiling. Shake them again, or you can circle. Lately, I feel like I would love to just circle my wrist and ankle more. It doesn't mean I don't choose to shake them at all. Here we go into happy baby. Remember, if you tie straps, such a good extension for your arms. Make your arms long. Your feet should face the ceiling. Your knees is wider than your trunk. Bend your knees, kick into the strap or your own hands. Okay? And broaden that knee as wide as possible. This is your lizard pose upside down. Yeah. Feels totally different. Use a different muscle to hold yourself up. And Supta Pada Konasana again, please. Feet together, knees apart. Reach your arm long once again. Oh man, that lower back, it feels so like, thank you. And then bring your knees up and together. Hug them toward your chest. Then hug your right knee, extend your left legs out. Breathe. We switch. Just hug it toward your chest the best you can. You can circle your ankles still if it needed. Switch. This feels really, really good. Why that happening when you extend your left leg? I want you to also feel that you're lengthening your body to the opposite direction. So you use your core to push your spine away from your hips. Yeah? And do it just enough. Don't overdo it. And carefully draw both of your knees in toward the chest. Roll to the right. Push yourself up. Take a seat. Legs wide apart. When you're there, shake. Let your whole legs move. It means that your joints, your hip joints also get a chance to be moving into the sockets there. Here we go. I'm gonna circle my ankles a little bit more. And then here, let's get into the shoulder. Circle them. If wide legs open doesn't seem right, you can cross your leg. You can get your legs in front of you. Now circle your shoulder to the opposite direction. Shake the wrist. Let's circle your neck. Spine nice and elongated here. Oh, that feels good. Change direction, please. And you can land your arms, your fingers, wherever you feel like you support yourself best. Two more, please. And then we go into the body. You can sit tall and just, push your ribs out, circle and in, right? And you go like that. Or you can go a little bit more forward with the spine. You can do it that way as well. You can do both. Come back to your breath. And change direction, please. Now, at some point, I think I'm going to turn off the computer. Looking at yourself teaching, it's so, your ego just want to go someplace else. Like, how many people are taking my class? I was like, oh, human being. It's just not the place that I want to go for sure. So you need to do whatever you can to just take care of your ego. Yeah, side stretch. As long as I know, like, okay, things seem to work. No interruption, 10, 20 minutes into the practice. Let's turn off the computer. And then something happened. Trust me, that will happen at some point. One more, each side, please. And you come up. Now, you're going to turn toward the leg and you're going to go forward and bow down with breath. And you come up and go there. Right. If you're tight, you can do more breath to achieve it. And you might not be able to bow down at all. You might be just like twisting. And if that is the case, just stay high and twist only. Okay? And you don't need to go and do that action. So check with your lower back. Or maybe if you want to try, you can move your strap, quick enough, or you have two straps. Yeah, you do. And this is not about use a lot of your upper body strength, just enough that you feel the pull. Yeah, those little movements count. So a bit more on the back, a lot on the legs. Once again, I'm not asking for intense stretch. I just want your body to move. So you can go there, yeah, and there. One more each side, please. And inhale, come up and away from the floor. Let's bring the legs together in front of you. Prop yourself to keep your spine nice and elongated and shake your legs again. Or circle. Yeah, my angles, I really, really need this. I feel like I have to roll on the wooden out period. Yeah. But let's see after, do a lot of stretching. Would that help? Here we go. We keep the right leg straight. We cross the left leg over. If this doesn't feel right, you can actually cross your leg with your leg straight as well, okay? And then we twist to the left. Use your right hand, use your left hand. You can hold the knee, you can use the elbow, use your left hand to walk back and inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, you're twisting. Now, the trick is you don't want your belly to go with your chest, which means your belly will twist to the opposite direction. You want to use that belly part of the body just enough to keep your hips stay facing forward, but you still want to get, your chest to really go deep to the back the best it can. That counterbalance on these two muscles themselves, we're just going to take your body wherever it's going to go. Inhale and twist. We go to the other side, please. Inhale, spine nice and long. Keep spreading your left toes and really feel the grounding action on your left leg too. So your left leg, it doesn't just do nothing. It does something. It's grounding into the floor. It's engaged. It's a part of the foundation, so it has to work a little bit. And that actually will help your twist to feel even more effective. Inhale, untwist, and then you uncross your right leg, let your leg turns out, drag it in, create a diamond shape with the legs. So we're going to stretch the lateral sides of the leg with the action of the body. So inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, you go forward slowly. Oh yeah. And here you can massage the muscles too. And then you just like inhale, move away from it. Exhale, move into it. This is really intense. Spread your toes and really ground the little toe side of your feet into the floor. The further your spine elongates and the deeper your spine go toward the floor, equal what? The intensity of the stretch. Yeah. Couple more breaths, please. Last one. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. Extend your legs in front of you. Now it's a Paschimottanasana. Inhale, spine nice and long. Exhale, go forward. Keep grounding your legs into the floor. Spread your toe just enough. Inhale, move away from that. Exhale, go forward. Now, if your legs are so tight and get your spine forward by the core muscle, it still doesn't help, strap help. And just pull into that stretch. Great. Just enough upper body strength, don't overuse it, and go in again when you exhale. Soften your jaw, soften your eyes. One more breath. And inhale, come up and away from the floor. Let's go into our hands and knees, please. Pat your knee if you need more support. Hand to the floor. You can make a fist. First, we have the knees together. And we drop the hips side to side. Come back center, open your knees, hip distance apart. And now we make a spinal circulation right here. If your hip flexions are not yet feel comfortable, I highly suggest maybe you make a fist, or you do the movement that you move away from the wrist and move into your wrist. Okay, so you not do the stationary version of the spinal circulation. But if your wrist flexion doesn't feel like bothering you at all, you can do either way, really. you change direction. And you take child's pose, toes together, knees apart. Arms open, foreheads on the floor, on the block maybe. Walk both of your hands to the right. Widen your arms as you need. Inhale, breathe into your back, draw your shoulder blades up and away from the floor and together. And exhale, push the floor away from you, and you just feel the stretch along the left side of your body. And then you repeat. Other side, please. I'm gonna go get some tea. I will be right back. Your hands back center. Inhale, you round your back up and go forward toward your wrist, arch at the end. And then exhale, round your back up to the sky and go back toward your heel and sit down to child's pose. Inhale. Arch, cow, exhale, round cat, back toward your heel. Child's pose. Repeat. And from here, keep going. I want you to start to go a little bit more forward. Again, you go forward a little bit and a little bit, a little bit. So you start to, challenging the flexion of your wrist. So what's going to happen is that your hip are going to start to go toward the floor directions, right? Your chest getting pushed forward further. And while that happens, you should draw your shoulder blade back. You can bend your elbow. I think bending the elbow is really help a lot. So you have to, know your body. Go as far as you feel comfortable, and you just go a little bit at a time. Yeah. 2 more. If it doesn't feel right, you know where to stop. You just maybe just not yet. Child's pose, please. Thread the needle, right hand's under. Left hand is yours. Extend your left hip back behind you. Remember, you can do it with the hips stacked on top of the knees, or you can sit down on your heel with your hips. It stretches different muscles, but they stretch something in your body. It depends on how you feel and what you want to get out from your body. Oh yeah, this one is really intense. One more breath. Other side, please. One more breath. And you come to child's pose. And then we are going to repeat that actions again. Inhale, round your back up to the sky, spread your fingers, right? And then go forward as far as you can. So we repeat that action. 2, work on our wrist again. Give me 5 more. Claw the floor with your finger pads. Your palm should not look like fingers are touching one another. You should spread them and claw the floor with your finger pads. You have to make your palms, your hands stronger because there's a lot of weight that we have to carry our wrists. And that is how you are going to build your upper body strength from your hands up to your arms. Is that 5 times yet? I'm going to take this last one for myself. Okay. And carefully step your right leg forward between the hands. Okay. Left hand on the floor on the block. And you are going to walk your right foot to the right slightly. Diagonally to the right too. We are twisting. Your right hand, you can leave it on the thigh. You can have it onto your hip. It doesn't matter because that is what I don't want you to be worried about it yet. So we're going to twist first. We're going to work on our spine first. So you push the floor away from you. You're lengthening your right hip back, and then you exhale, you twist. Inhale, you breathe into your back. Exhale, you're twisting. Remember that your belly still want to receive your chest somewhat. Neck nice and long. Shoulder blades drop back and toward one another. Keep your right knees bent. And when you're ready, you feel like your twists feel really good in your spine, in your trunk. You can add your right hand and you can land it wherever your shoulder feel comfortable. There are a lot of places that your right hand can land. You can hold your head, hold the back of your head. Yeah. And keep adjusting as you need to. That is no problem at all. And your next exhalation, you untwist. So you turn your body toward the floor. Then we are going to get the left knee off from the ground and we pivot to the left. Right here, you make your feet parallel toward one another. You hug your shins in. You put your thighs apart. You elongate the spine, hips back, chest, crown of your head forward. And each exhale, that is when you are going to challenging your adductor muscle by get your body toward the floor the best you can. Some of you can go really low, some of you are not. Doesn't matter as long as you're stretching. But for many of us that are able to go toward the floor very quickly, you probably will feel like you want to do something else, which means you can dangling your body side to side by holding your elbow, or you can pull yourself toward one leg by using your hands and hang there. You can do the twisting, like you get your body toward one side, but you kind of twist underneath the other arms. Yeah. There's quite an option for many of you that are already flexible in that muscles. But for us who are really tight, there are not many things we can do yet, but it's okay because the one thing that you're stretching is really important. So you just hug the thigh, elongate the spine, just get that back nice and healthy, stay as high as you need, work your legs muscle, and try to go toward the floor the best you can. And then from there, inhale, elongate the spine up and away from the floor. Exhale with your knees bend and you turn back toward your right leg and we go into our runner stretch. Left knee down, hips square, right heel to the floor, right toes is lifting. Spine nice and elongate. Exhale, you are stretching. Exhale toward the floor with your chest. Oh, that's really, really good. It's a very tight, stretching feeling and good feeling. I hear her. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. Now, carefully drag your right foot in until you ground it so you can support yourself. Left hand on the floor on the block. Turn your body open to the right. When you're ready, you can lift your right leg, land it to the back, and right arms overhead. Long right side body here. Breathe. Exhale, length through the sides of the body. Inhale, breathe to your back. Exhale, length along the right sides of your body. There we go. And we go toward the floor. From here, tuck your toes under. Get your knees off the ground. Spread your fingers apart. Downward facing dog. Put your chest back toward your feet. See, inhale, can you draw your armpits up and away from the floor and squeeze them toward one another, and exhale, push your chest toward your feet. If you can feel that your upper body move a lot, maybe you slowly bend one knee and see if you still be able to really work the upper body to move. And then you switch to the other side. For us who are really flexible, you can ground both heels to the floor, but once again, inhale, lift your armpit up and away from the floor. It's going to go toward your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. You're not going to see it because it's behind you. And exhale, push the floor away from you with your palms and send your chest back toward your feet. You should feel that your torso is moving most of the time. It doesn't stay still. If that happens, you may be too tight and you try too hard. That might be a better choice for you to bend your knees, okay? And let's come down onto the knees. Left leg step forward. Right hands on the floor. Broaden your front as wide as you need, so we are twisting. And you can see my left hand is on the thighs right now. This left hand will be moved whenever because I don't do anything with this hand yet. What I care is my trunk. So in order to twist effectively, you have to work from the ground up. So you push the floor away from you. You feel your knee press into the floor and you're lengthening your left hip back, your chest forward, and you're twisting to the left when you exhale. Inhale, you breathe into your back. You feel that you round your back slightly. You puff your back. And then exhale, you twist and you elongate the spine. It's going to counterbalance one another. Inhale, breathe. Feel your back kind of round and puff, like a puff bakery. Exhale, twist, long neck. Remember, work your trunk until you find that you're really, really happy with it. Then you add your left arms last. So yeah, remember to bend toward your left knee once in a while because many times you're going to push yourself away from that bending. And exhale, untwist safely. Tuck your right toes under. Get the right knees off from the floor. Okay. Then you pivot to the right. This one, the heels are turning toward one another. Your toes are turning away from one another. Ooh, and we are going to move the weight from one leg to the other. And you shift, and we work into this hip opening here. If you tight, come up higher, okay, and you move. If moving doesn't feel comfortable for us who are tight, who are high, you can just keep both knees bent and just stay right here in a goddess pose. Yeah. It feels safer, it feels more grounded, because when you move, your foundation is cheap and you have less surface less touching of your feet on the surface, and it's make you become, uncomfortable. Don't get yourself into a space that you feel like you're going to fall, of course. But for us, the person that you can hold the block or have your hands on the floor, you have 4 point on the ground, which means you feel really, really steady, and you can just move safely. Carefully, stop moving, turn back toward the front of your mat. So your left leg is going to be in front of you then. Have your right knee on the floor. Left leg straight, heels down, toes are up, spreading your toes, square your hip, hug your thighs toward one another, elongate the spine, inhale, exhale, stretch. And keep going. Keep going. Breathe. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. Drag your left foot in, ground it to the ground. Inhale, get your right knee off from the floor. Carefully step forward and cross your right leg behind your left leg. Your toe should point straight forward, chins hugging. Stretch your leg, spine nice and long. Inhale, find the height that your lower back can elongate. And then exhale. Of course, we move toward the ground, one breath at a time. Same idea here. When you are not that flexible, you have limit movement compared with the person that have more flexibility. And that doesn't mean anything. It just means that, what else can I add it in if I have more to give to myself? If you don't, you just give what you can. You just go just front from high to low. And for us who are already kind of low and close to the leg, now you feel like, okay, I can go side to side. Right. You add something in and you check with your body to see if you do the right thing or not. You have to learn to come back to the body and listen. Breathe. Inhale, lift your chest up and away from the floor. Bend your knees, step your right leg back. Walk your hands back a little bit closer to your high lunge. Square the hip, hug your thigh, core in, feel your feet pressing into the floor, and you come upright with your trunk. You're going to stretch the hip flexors here on your right leg. Exhale, lunge, and kick your right heels back strong. Inhale, core in, heart lift, spine is long. Exhale, work your legs. Inhale, work your spine, work your chest, maybe add your arms. Keep moving. You can still circle your shoulder if that feels better, but don't forget that let the breath reminding you that exhale, you work your legs. Inhale, you work your spine, chest, neck, and shoulders. How about stop moving? Hold your right wrist or not. Side stretch to the left. keep your hip facing forward, breathe. Inhale, come back up, center. Exhale, now you're gonna go toward the floor. Your right knee to the floor, hands down, left leg go back. Your knees meet, hand to the floor or block. Drop your hips side to side and breathe. Come back center, left leg, right leg go forward. Left knees come off the floor. We're gonna do high lunge first. Hug your thigh, core is in, push your floor away from you. Yeah, keep your core engaged. You come up, right, up, 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 up. And when you direct, when your trunk is go up, toward the sky, then exhale, work the legs, hips square. Inhale, tailbone down, core, chest, neck. Exhale, legs. Inhale, spine nice and long. When you work your legs, work both legs, please. The way you work the back leg is to kick the back heels away from you while you also bend the front knee away from you. So it take your body downward toward the floor, straight. Yeah. Heart open. It is a strong pose. Now you can hold your left wrist, or you don't have to if you're tight. And you just side stretch. You can even hold the back of the head, or hold your own left elbow. Yeah. Or not holding. Core is in. Strong leg, breathe. And then come up center, go forward with the chest. Hands come down onto the blocks of floor. And then you cross your left leg behind your right leg. Cross leg Uttanasana, hug the chin, spine nice and long. And here we go, get your body toward the floor, one breath at a time. You can turn your body side to side if you like. Breathe. Inhale, lift your chest up and away from your legs and floor. Bend your knees, step your left leg back. Keep breathing, stay with that heart pumping. Pivot to the left, turn your heels in, your toes out. Bend both knees, bring your hands up to your thighs, goddess pose. Exhale, extend your knees away from one another. Inhale, lift your heart up toward the ceiling, ribs is in. Your arms can be onto your thighs. Sometimes you feel really tension right at the groin area. Don't be afraid to use your finger and kind of squeeze that muscles or that attachment. It help. Or you push into the quad muscles. You don't need those. You can just lift the arms up. You can bend at the elbow. There's so many ways to do goddess that will make you feel good or better or suffer less. Which one is better? And carefully push into your feet. Yeah. Come up until you feel safe to turn your feet toward one another. You do. Yeah. And you come up, keep your hips stay back. Heel toe your feet in until your feet a little bit wider than your hip. And here we go. Swing the body side to side. Maybe want to go back and circle your shoulder, circle your neck. Hey, it's a good time to do that. Shake your wrist, shake your ankle. Oh yeah, this feels good. We do warrior two, right leg, point straight forward first. So open your legs apart, feet parallel. So your left leg is there already. All you need to do is turn your right foot, point straight forward. Here you go. Hips back, bend your right knee, keep pushing into your left leg. Inhale, lift the heart. Arms out, palm facing down, warrior two. And you work with the breath. You inhale, come out from the pose a little bit. Exhale, go into the pose a little bit more. So don't be still in the pose. You don't have to. Turn your right palms up. Inhale, reach up. Keep stay back. Exhale, reach back. Come away from it. Inhale. Go back into it. Exhale. Two more. Last one. Inhale, move up and away from it. Trikonasana, triangle. Stretch your right leg. Exhale, extend your body. Remove the arm. Inhale, turn your body. Turn your chest diagonal up toward the sky. I want to say everything in like half breath. And that is not happening when your nose is plucking. It's not good when your nose is unplugged anyway. Okay. Legs are straight, but you can keep moving your torso as you can see me. Like I use the inhale to move away from the stretch a little bit. Keep the leg grounded nice and strong. Exhale, go into the stretch. Okay. That is gonna make your leg stretch more when you go more downward toward the legs and the floor. Two more breaths. Last one. And then bend your right knee, turn forward, come to the floor. Left hand down, left knee down. Child's pose, please. And since we are on the floor, so we're going to build the pose from the ground up. So you come up onto your hands and knees, right? And you step your left leg forward. I'm going to turn toward the back of the mat so I can facing the camera. You step your left leg forward. You get your right knees off from the floor. So you look toward the back of the mat, but then you look toward your right foot. Ground it to 90-degree ankle toward the long side edge of the mat. Then you use your block, use your left hand, push into your thigh, and you come upright. Okay, nice and safe. Have your hands away first. You hold it at your hip and adjust your foundation. Make sure you get your foundation where it's supposed to be first. All right, that's good for me. And when you're ready, then you can work the pose. Exhale, lunge. Ribs in, inhale, length. Heart open. It's much more fun to work warrior two this way. Like you go in and out, you're dancing. One more breath. Left arms up, inhale, reach high. Exhale, reach back, ribs in. Your right hands, land it wherever. You can go forward, you can go sideways, you can go to the back, you can land it onto your right leg. You can hold your ribs, come up and away from the floor. Inhale, stretch your left leg, triangle. Exhale, elongate the body to the left It's going to stop at one point. When you're done, your arms go up and down. Your body is turned diagonal toward the ceiling. Exhale. Strong leg. Inhale, move away from the pose. Exhale, move into the pose. If you are close to the block and you want to hold on to it, you do that. You can see you still work your body. The movement is not as big, but you still can do the movement of that jellyfish dance. Okay. And next exhale, bend your left knee. Okay. Turn forward and come down onto your child's pose. Yeah. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers apart. Crawl the floor with your finger pads. Tuck your toes under. Knees come off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Go forward toward your wrist as far as you can. Stop where you have to. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Repeat. Oh yeah. So what you are trying to do is that you're trying to, again, get the best flexion of your wrist. And also start building your upper body strength, because the more you go forward toward your wrist, you can feel it. It's like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm holding myself, I'm shaking. So you go as far as you can hold yourself up, okay? Even though, let's say you stop halfway right there, you feel like, okay, that's it. That's fine. That's fine. Choose your challenge, you can choose them. Give me 2 more. And child's pose, please. Carefully, you crawl forward into your forearm plank pose. Remember your forearm plank pose, you can have your knees on the floor too. Or tuck your toes under, straight legs. Lift, your hip, your chest off on the floor and breathe. I just realized one good thing about having the computer next to me is that I can see the times clearer. Next exhalation, knees come down, chest go down, stack the hands, rest your foreheads on them, rock your hips side to side. And you stop center. Next is your back bend. Please pick between Sphinx pose, locust pose, with the variation of your arms, or cobra pose with the variation of your arms as well. And we are going to do this pose with breath, okay? Also, you can move your hands around if you like. We're gonna breathe about 7 to 9 breaths, okay? Here we go. Inhale, lift. Exhale. 1, 2. If you're in locust, you might want to lift your leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9, and come down. Extend your left hand out to the side, palm facing down. Let's turn the body open to the right. Other side, please. Oh, yeah. That's better. And carefully roll back onto your belly and your chest. And turn sideways, balance onto your right side body. Okay. Your right leg either straight or knees bent. You can stack both legs on top of one another, or have your top leg in front and we go sides, forearm side plank here, lift and hold. Or if you cannot hold, you can just lift and come down, okay, with breath. If you're really weak, you can have both knees on the floor and you lift. That is good enough, yeah. I can feel my oblique is being used. And come down, switch to the other side, please. Oppa. Okay. You can stack the legs. You can bend the front leg, the top leg. You can even use the arms that is floating in the air to help you lifting. And come down right there. And carefully come back down. And we are going to roll onto our back. Have a strap handy, please. Oppa. Safely, right? Let's get the knee toward your chest. Rock side to side. Let's get the right ankle above the left knee, please. Left leg draw in toward your chest or not. You can put it on the floor. You can use a strap as well. Stay here and breathe. Relax your jaw. You soften your eyes, your cheek, your lips. If you want to go further, some of you can do, baby cradle on your back here by use the little toe side edge of your right foot into your left elbow crease. And you can do it with your left knee bent, which is much easier than straight left leg. And we go right leg into the happy baby, or you can call it an upside down lizard pose. So your right leg is going to go to the side. Yep. And you hold it with your hand on the strap and you pull the knee toward the floor while you kick and resist that. And you can see it looks really much like a lizard pose upside down. And from here, you are going to kick your right leg to the right. Use a strap or your own hands. Remember, if you are tight, you can bend your left knee, foot on the floor, and you let your knee kind of fan open to the side to help you to keep your hip crease facing the ceiling. This is really help out a lot. Or if you are able to take greater challenge, stretch your left leg, your heels down, your toes up. Remember that you don't want your hip to tilt it to the right. Okay, so you really need to use the left side's body the best you can to ground that down to the floor. Breathe. You just use a strap however it works. You just play around with it. Get to know your body. Inhale, come up. Have your right ankle above your left knees once again and drop the figure 4 to the left. You can look toward your right arms. Close your eyes and breathe. Inhale deep. Exhale, let it go. Inhale deeply. Exhale, let it go. One more breath. Inhale, come back up center. Switch side, please. Left ankle above your right knee. Or you can do baby cradle. Come back to your breath. Deep inhale and exhale. We don't move much now. Your thought will try to come in and take over. Please breathe and move yourself away from the thoughts. Back to your body. Again and again. And we go happy baby, right? Your knee is going to go to the side. It's one leg only, your left leg. Hold the foot with the hand or a strap once again. So you're going to push your knee toward the floor while you kick and resist that. Your right leg can stay bent or straight. Okay. And also we don't want the hip to tilt as well, right here. And we kick the left leg to the left. You can bend your right knee, open the knee to the side, help one another to keep the hip crest square toward the ceiling, or you can make it stronger if you can. Right. I would love to encourage you, if you can, go deeper, get a little bit stronger. For us, especially that, order, I want you to kind of aim toward that, because we need to maintain our maximum flexibility and maximum strength, whatever that mean is. So if you're not pushing toward that, then you will lose it. Right? I'm not asking you to push it violently. I'm asking you to, ask from yourself respectfully. Love yourself while you're doing it. Inhale, come up. Left ankle above your right knee. Drop the figure four to the right. Left foot to the floor. Left knee toward the ceiling. You can look toward your left arm and let the breath move the body. Don't control anything. Let the gravity take over. Let go. So many times it's okay to not be on top of things that will make you tense and tight and stressed. Things will not always go according to the plans, and allow yourself to be okay with that. It's all right. The universe and the world have also plans on top of our plans, and we have to flow into this space smoothly. Come up center. Okay, now is your Shavasana. You can go there however you want to set up yourself there. If you want to, dangling your leg up toward the ceiling just for a little bit before you take your Shavasana. Or maybe this is your Shavasana. I actually can show you because I have a wall. So get yourself there. I can put the blanket underneath my hip. Since my floor is wood and today temperature it's a little cold, I don't want to feel cold when I'm doing Shavasana. Cover yourself with blankets. Stay comfortable. It's a good thing. And please take your time. See, so I'm here. Get myself in, close to the wall. Get my legs up. And just take Shavasana. If you have a sandbag, it's also feeling quite good to have the weight onto your feet. Put it on and you just hold it up like there. And you stay there as long as you can. This another way to do Shavasana is right here. So you pick your today's Shavasana and just get yourself there. Wiggling, snuggle, move yourself around till you find that sweet spot. And then you stop moving and you breathe. Expand and open when you inhale. Exhale, you let go, you soften, you sink deep. And you repeat. You embrace this moment with ease. With gentleness. Soften your toes, fingers, arms, legs. Relax your face, your neck, your shoulder. Your body, your muscles, your bones are singing and grounding into yourself, into the earth beneath you. You take your times in your Shavasana, and I meet you back here next Sunday at 8. Namaste.